to remember to unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Rachel Steinberg. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. So my question is a time-related question. So for those of us who have personal Facebook pages, we know how you can get sucked in and spend a lot of time on them on a daily basis. So I'm wondering, though, from a professional and a practical standpoint, and your page seems quite comprehensive and really developed, how much time do you think it took you to set it up, and how much time does it take to maintain it on either a daily or a weekly basis?
For me, it doesn't take that much time. I'll say, we joke a lot in our office about digital natives versus digital immigrants, and I'm obviously a digital native, and so it's easy for me, and so it takes no time for me. But I could see if somebody wasn't used to using something like Facebook, that it definitely will take some time in the beginning to establish your page and really make it how you want it to be. But I will say that once it is developed, it's very, very minimal. It takes very minimal time. I don't think I sign on every day, but I sign on close to every day, and I just kind of glance to make sure if anyone's friending us to accept it quickly or to upload pictures quickly. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. And I will also share just a side note that sometimes, kids are likely to share things, personal things on the internet more than saying it to someone in person, which is kind of nuts because then millions of people can read it, but it feels safer to them. So there have been times when, kids feel safer and they post things. And I will say from the professional standpoint, there have been times when Evie or myself have seen something and, we felt obligated to do something about it. For example, one girl a couple years ago, she was posting some things that were a little sexually related. It was really inappropriate on her own page, and we saw that, and so Evie went and talked to the rabbi, and the rabbi dealt with it, and it did not stop happening. So, I think that's something that if you're going to have this and you're going to friend students, whether it's your personal page or your school page, that's something to be aware of too, and I think that that's something that we are all obligated to do as well. Does somebody else have a question or anything?
Just a quick question. I know you went over it, but you were showing how to put a group together, right? It seems really easy. I kind of missed, I guess, where you do that, and that's not the same as that whole fan page, right? That's a different.
Correct. You have to have a profile page to create a group. So you can't create a group until you establish your profile page. But to create a group, it's right on the home page.
Yeah, I see it. Now I see it. Okay, I didn't see it before. Yeah. Okay. Now, have you, when you transferred over, because you had that whole fan page or whatever it was before, it was called a fan page, and then you made and you're right now only really using a profile, right?
Correct.
Did you transfer everything over, or did you just create it from anew and start from scratch?
You have to start from scratch.
To start from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a shame.
Yeah.
And then from that special group page, you said that you can do group chat. Is that the only way to do a group chat? Can you do a group chat right from your regular page?
No. You can only do group chat from the new group function.
So I also have one of those fan pages, a likes page, whatever, that I set up when I first got to the job. And I've been kind of funky about it because it is linked to my personal email, to my personal Facebook, even though there's never anything on it. And when I went in to try to set up a regular profile page, one of the things I came up against was, you have to have a first and a last name. You can't just do Yachad, all right, which is what I would do. But so you have to do Yachad Hartford or something like that, and it gets a little weird that way. So there are definite constrictions to that. But I'm in the process of setting that up because I think it would be better than the fan page.
Yeah, that's right. That's one of the downfalls. Like that's why our page is DJE Buffalo, which is a little lame. It should have been our whole name, but that's the best way I could have made it work.
I have a question. For those schools who have policies that teachers or faculty can't friend students, and I'm assuming that's vice versa, if they are all friends of the school's profile page, they can see each other's pages, right?
It depends on each person's personal privacy settings.
Okay.
Can I
So
ask
you
who was asking that question?
Excuse me?
Who was asking that question?
Oh, Rachel Steinberg.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So I guess I haven't really thought of that on my own personal page, but you can actually create privacy settings for individuals.
Yeah, well, you can only do it for yourself. So, like, for example, if you had a school page and your teachers were friends of the school page and your students were friends of the school page, and you did not want your teachers being friends with your students, you would have to tell your teachers to go onto their own personal privacy settings, and they would have to set their profile to private. So only people they accept as friends can view their profile.
Okay, thank you.
I have another question. If I'm setting up a profile page, is there a way, I've already, on the fan page, put all of my pictures into folders, and they're on the photo part of it. Is there a way to directly import those into the profile pages where I have to start all over again?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure, unless anybody else knows.
Well, what we could do is I know I do this when I put up, because I've just been thinking through this whole thing too, because I'm going to have to, it really does seem like a better model to have a page, but I think what we can do is we can go and publish it, right? If we log in as our school, right, because we'll all have to, right, because you could log in as your school, and then we can go to our old fan page and publish on our news feed, and we'll have to do that for each one, I guess, but it will link back so we don't have to re-upload. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, that is when you do that, because I've done that. I have two different accounts, and I've sometimes shared between them. You can do that, but then it only ends up in your wall. It doesn't end up like in your profile under photos and organized.
Ah, correct.
So
correct,
if your news feed
right.
moves, so your photos get pushed to the bottom, people probably don't see them.
So I wonder if it's better if you have them on your computer to begin with than just to re-upload them into your photos on the new profile page.
Yeah.
Is there a problem with anyone with tagging kids in photos? Like, I go around school every session, and I'm taking tons of photos, and the kids know now that they can look up onto the fan page and they'll see the photos, but they're also a little funky about being tagged, about me
Some of my
tagging
kids
them.
just delete it. You can untag yourself if they don't like it. If they don't like the picture themselves, it's usually if they don't like how they look, they'll just untag themselves.
If anybody else has any other questions, I certainly thank Jill for sharing her contact information. I know you can be in touch directly with her. I really want to thank Jill for taking the time to share her considerable expertise with all of us, to inspire us to take the way that we do social connecting, social networking, and use tools that are really on the minds of our students to enrich our schools. And so we all thank you very much. And I encourage you to use the listserv to ask whatever additional questions you may want to of your colleagues, and to explore Facebook pages that any of you have created. So thank you very much. Anybody else have any last comments?
Thank you, Jill.
Okay,
Thank you,
so
Jill.
everybody,
It was really helpful.
warm.
Thanks, Jill.
Okay.
Okay.
Enjoy Adar Aleph.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.